Hello everyone, I'm Rinku Diman, working as an assistant professor in electrical engineering department at RP Technical and Medical Campus Karnal. So I'm here going to discuss need for the reactive power compensation. The reactive power compensation is nothing but we have to compensate the reactive power to maximize the voltage regulation and to make the system more stable. So we'll discuss here in further slide how the reactive power is compensated and what are the need for this reactive power compensation. So first of all, we must understand when there is a voltage shift and with respect to current, then what will be happen and how this reactive power is generated. So we'll take the example of our power triangle. So you can see over here, this is our power triangle. So this is our basically if we take the example of our voltage and current displacement, then there will be some angle over there. Okay, so that is known as the impedance angle. So that is also known as the power factor, that is called cos phi, right? And that is the ratio of real power upon apparent power. So by this triangle we have to abbreviated thing that we take this base as the real power, we will take this hypotenuse as the reactive power, and we will take this as a apparent power, right? So if we'll take this cos phi, or define this cos phi or impedance angle, that is nothing but that is real power upon apparent power, that is our cos phi. So we'll say that real power is calculated in watt, kilowatt, apparent power is calculated in kV and kVA, and reactive power is calculated in VAR. So whenever there is a phase shift, then it is defined as the ratio of voltage and current. Then we will calculate these following parameter. One is the real power, another is the reactive power, and the third is the combination or the complex power, we can say. So the apparent power is nothing but the combination of this real power and reactive power. So we'll take the example of kVA is equal to kilowatt square plus kVA square under root of that. So that is our power triangle. Why do we need the reactive power? In resistive load, the current produces the heat energy which produces the desired output, but in case of inductive load, the current creates the magnetic field which further produces the desired work. In simple our resistive load, what we will do, the heat energy is produced whenever the current will be flow through the circuit, and but in case of inductive load, during this flow of current, there will be a magnetic field will be produced, and due to that magnetic field, again desired work will be produced. So therefore a reactive power is the non-working power caused by the magnetic current to operate and sustain magnetism in the device. So we can say that reactive power is required to maintain the voltage to deliver the active power in watts through the transmission line. So the reactive power is very much responsible to maintain the active power in this circuit. So without reactive power, we can't to maintain our reactive power to be transmitted. So when there is not enough reactive power, then there is a voltage sag down, and it is not possible to deliver the required power to the load through the lines, right? So if the reactive power is absent in the circuit or not enough to give the voltage to transmit it, then there will be a voltage sag down, and due to that the desired voltage is not transferred to the load. So we'll talk about the need for the reactive power compensation. The reactive power is generated by the AC power source is stored in a capacitor or reactor during the quarter of cycle, and in the next quarter of cycle it is sent back to the power source. So therefore, we can say that reactive power oscillates between the AC source and the capacitor reactor with a frequency equal to 2 times of our rated value, that is 50 to 60 Hz. So that will be around 100 to 120 Hz. So to avoid this circulation between the load and source, we have to compensate it, because due to this frequency that will be get 2 times, the oscillation will be very high. So it will be like this. So we have to damp out these oscillation. So what we will do to regulate the power factor of the system and maintain the voltage stability, we have to need compensate this reactive power, and this reactive power we can compensate with using different type of devices, that is VAR, voltage compensator, we can say STATCOM, and then capacitor based compensators, and so on, shunt compensation, series compensation. We'll discuss all these in the further lecture. Thank you very much. This is all about the need of reactive power. Please stay tuned with us for more videos on YouTube, and please like and subscribe our channel. Thank you.